Let's assume that you've identified a streptococcus based on its catalase reaction. In this case it would be catalase negative. You have growth on blood agar. The next phase of the evaluation would be to look at the hemolytic pattern. There are three types of hemolysis. The first and easiest is probably just gamma hemolysis, which means no hemolysis whatsoever. So here's an example of gamma hemolysis. If you look, there's a number of organisms growing on this plate. But if you look carefully and hold it up against the light, there's really no hemolysis around the organisms. So this is just organisms growing, but no hemolysis around it. That is gamma hemolysis. And in terms of organisms to be concerned about, this is typical of a pattern of Enterococcus or Streptococcus bovis. There are others. Enterococcus and Streptococcus bovis would be the two that would be most concerned about with this pattern. The second pattern to be concerned about would be a beta hemolytic strep. So here we have an example of an organism that is plated out, and you can see that there's a nice zone of hemolysis. You can see that this is a mat of organisms here. It's hemolyzed. You can see through the blood. And if you look at individual colonies like this one here or up in here, there's actually a surrounding zone where you can see through. And the best way to do this is actually hold it up to a light and transilluminate this through the light and see the hemolytic pattern. So this would be a beta hemolytic streptococcus. I'm sorry, a beta hemolytic streptococcus. On the other hand, the last pattern is called alpha hemolysis. And alpha hemolysis means green. And so you can see with this pattern here, you've got a strep that's growing, so it'll be catalase negative. It's growing on blood agar, and around each colony, rather than being translucent, you see a zone of green coloration around the organism. And so the media has picked up a little bit of green color, but if you look individually around each organism, that is also a green color. That is alpha hemolysis.